Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's talk about the stock market. So everyone woke up and we realized immediately that the stock market is tanking yet again. All right, so it bears repeating. This is a bear market. This is normal. This is expected. I had to say this in the Discord to make sure people are keeping a cool head on their shoulders. This is normal. This is expected. If we go to the previous bear market, look at that bull run. Woo! And now here's the bear market. Okay, so the previous bear market, the one of 2022, let's remove the MACD because that's worthless in this downtrend bear market. We topped out at 398 on QQQ. And then what happened? We dropped like a hotcake. We rallied a little bit here, and people got excited. Oh my God, bull run, woo! And then we tanked again to new lows. And then we rallied again, woo! Oh, back to new lows. I don't understand. Why do things keep falling? I don't get it. No. And so that's just how it is. I'm just showing you the previous one. This is par for the course. This is expected. This is normal. There was one guy in my Discord who kept checking. He kept checking out, I think, Mara stock, one of the Bitcoin mining stocks. He kept checking it over and over again, like literally up at like 1 a.m., my time at least. He would post in the Discord, hey, Mara stock is up. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, like this is a bear market. It doesn't matter if it's green. Any green in a bear market just means it's just going to sell off. This is normal. Like, stop checking on it, bro, because I don't know why you're constantly checking on it. The only reason you would do that is because you're concerned, you're worried, you're anxious, scared, because things just keep going down. And the thing is, we're in a bear market, unless you time the bottom here at 264, if you timed the bottom perfectly and you bought at exactly 263, 264 here, if you timed that bear market bottom perfectly, then you were in the green right away. And that's the only time you would even be in the green, stay in the green, is if you time the bottom perfectly. But that's unrealistic. If you bought in the bear market anywhere along the way, you bought here, 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 it doesn't matter. Anywhere here, 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 it came down to new lows anyways. So you're always going to be in the red. You're always going to be underwater. You're always going to be down 30, 50%, 80%. That's normal. That's expected. And to think otherwise, I don't know what you're smoking. This ain't no bull run. This ain't no bull run. This is a different game. A lot of you joined recently. You joined at the peak of the bull market. You joined at the end of it. You joined during its last hoorah, during its last woohoo. Like so congratulations, I guess, but hopefully you're not holding a big bag somewhere. But if we look at the previous bear market of Shopify, dropped from $176 to a low of $23, and then in the bull market ran from $23 to $129. A nice little 5x. So why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this so you can see that, yes, it gets ugly in the bear market, but eventually we bottom out, and from bottom to top, you make a nice 2 to 5x along the way. So all of this dropping here, all this tanking, it's going to come back as buying pressure. I don't know when. Tomorrow? No. I don't know when. But with Trump behind the Trump administration right now, if they've shown us anything, is they are just going to keep sending the stock market tanking. And I anticipate if we do invade Greenland or anything, any kind of military action, quite frankly, it's going to cause the markets to react by selling off. Because, I mean, when hasn't it, right? I anticipate, based off of everything that's been going on, a bear market that lasts at least for a year. And let's hope just for a year. Anything longer than that, I don't know what. At that point, we're in uncharted territory for me. Because I've never been in a bear market that lasted longer than a year. But that's my prediction. I think it's going to last the rest of the year, and we'll see what happens from then. If we continue to like just kind of go sideways and trend down, even next year, well, guys, I'm in uncharted territory. I can't even speak on it. I don't know. At that point, I don't know what's happening. We probably invaded a bunch of countries or something. Do not underestimate stock's ability to continue to drop lower, especially with this administration. All they've shown us is that anytime they talk, the market reacts by selling off. And as you can see here, just I want you to think about what I'm about to show you. If you bought at 176, you feel like a fool in the previous bear market. Correct? Okay, so let's say it dropped to 90 bucks, which is like about 50% off. When you saw it at 90 bucks, you were like, wow, 50% off from highs. Woo! Wow, what a discount, right? No way it's going to drop another 50% from 90. That's impossible. Well, guess what? It dropped from 90 to 45. So even though you bought here at a massive discount compared to highs at 50% off from highs, it still dropped another 50% on top. So if you bought here, you actually still ended up being negative 50% on your portfolio regardless, because it dropped to 45. And here's the funny part. Guess what? It dropped from 40. When you bought at 45, you probably thought, oh, no way it's going to come lower, right? Now it's like at a massive discount, almost like 80% discount. Like, wow. No way it's going to drop lower than 45. Oh, wow. It did drop another 50%. Almost. So why am I showing you this? I'm showing you this because this is normal. This is normal. You can't time the bottom. You can try, and maybe we will be able to time the bottom on something. We'll see if we can find a specific stock we can time the bottom on, but it's going to be difficult. The best you can do is just keep averaging down on the good ones that have really good recovery after a bear market. So this one, 176 to 23, had some good recovery back to 129. So this one's, if you're like me, you don't buy at the top, obviously. You buy at 50% discount. So you would have bought at 98 and it came back up for you and then some on top. So right now what's happening is we're going to get real cheap, and you probably want to wait to see if it comes down as low as 20 again, 30, and then you want to start buying. The only advantage we have now is that we've been through a bear market before, so we know now how cheap and how much stocks can really drop. We know that they can drop 50% and then another 50% on top and then another 50%. I just showed you that. This isn't just this stock. This is like, let me show you NVIDIA. This is normal. I'm just trying to show you like not to panic. Okay, so here in the previous bear market, NVIDIA hit a high of 35, dropped what's half of 35? 18, 17-ish? Yeah. So it dropped 50% and then you bought because you're like, wow, 50% discount, woo! And then from 17 it dropped to 10. So it dropped almost another 50%. Not quite, but almost. It dropped another 50% from that point. And then in the bull market it went from $10 to $150. So a nice 15x. So you actually made way more on this one if you just focused on NVIDIA. In the bull run. So it sucks that in the bear market stocks can just drop 50%. You buy and it just drops another 50%. You buy and it just drops another 50%. It sucks. Again, we're not going to be able to time the bottom. Best we can do is just keep averaging down on the good ones. Because we know that when they recover in the bull market, I mean, look at that. That's a nice 15x. I showed you the other one. It was a nice 5x on Shopify. So for those of you, for the millennials, I want to talk to the millennials here. Calculator? Yeah, I need the calculator. The millennials here, the loser millennials that are, living with their parents, smooching off of them. You're living with your dad or your mom and you're 30, high 20s, low 30s, living with your parents still. You want to get out of your situation. You work a job at a supermarket or maybe a restaurant. This is my message to you. And this is a very important one. Get a second job, because this is going to, in my opinion, this is going to last a while. If this lasts for the whole year and longer, it's nothing more than opportunity for when the bull run comes to multiply your income. Like, this is your chance to change your life here. I just showed you this is normal. And when things get into the next bull run, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be the opposite. Things are just going to keep going up 10%, 20%. And everyone's going to be like, oh my God, you'll wait. When we get there, unless we like go into a permanent bear market for some reason, I'm telling you right now, if you're a millennial living with your parents trying to get out of your situation, this is your chance. Get a second job. I get it. You're 30, 31, 29-ish or whatever. You don't want to become an adult. You want to stay a teenager forever, because teenagers are the ones that work at a supermarket or at a restaurant. Then they go buy their little dime, smoke their weed, and play video games, play their Call of Duties or their Minecrafts. I get it. You want to stay a teenager forever. I get it. That's why you're still living with your parents at 30, 31. You want to be a teenager forever. You don't want to work. You don't want to really do anything. We get it. You're a loser. But this is your chance to turn it around. Go get a second job, a side gig on the weekends, DoorDash, whatever it takes, and just aim to make an extra $100 every week. And here's why. Because I'm about to show you the math. Here's why. Because I just showed you what happens in a bull market, right? You can make like 5 to 15x. I just showed you that. Palantir. Again, you got to buy the good ones and probably focus on AI. But Palantir dropped from a high of 45 to a low of $5 and then ran to 125 for a ridiculous, wow, really? For a ridiculous 20x. God damn. That one was, hell yeah. Give me Palantir at $5 again. So yeah. I mean, in the bear market, oh, that's so ugly. It dropped from 40 to 5. But boy, in the bull market, did you bank? You could have made 20x. More than Nvidia. So I just wanted to show you another example so you don't think I'm BSing. So if you're a millennial living with your parents, you're a complete loser who doesn't want to be an adult. You don't want to make that transition to adult. You want to stay a teenager forever because the teenagers, what do? They don't do anything. They just, smoke their weed and play video games with their friends. And maybe they work at a supermarket or whatever. You don't want to be an adult. You don't want to struggle. That's why you're living with your parents. You're just a complete L. But here's your chance to turn it around, okay? Here's your chance to turn it around. You make that extra 100 every week working a second job or a side gig. That's 4 weeks a month, right? So that's $400 in your pocket that you get to put in the markets. But Shades, that's not a lot. Okay, but I just showed you in a bear market, you can 5 to 20x your money as long as you're buying the good ones. If you buy Palantir, SoundHound, or one of the good ones, don't buy garbage. If you're buying good ones, here's what you're actually missing out on because you're too fucking lazy to get a second job, and you'll make excuses because you're a complete loser who does not want to transition to adult. Okay. So that's $400 a month. It doesn't sound like a lot, but again, I just showed you can 5x that money in a bull run. So really, even though it's only $400 a month, in actuality, over the long term, you're missing out. You're denying yourself $2,000 a month. You multiply that by a whole bear market year, you're denying yourself $24K just because you don't want to work a second job, make that extra $100K. Instead, you want to sit at home on your days off, smoke your fucking weed, and play your fucking video games because you're a lazy piece of shit. Get the fuck out there and make it happen.